Hey everyone, it's Jess. Welcome back to my channel for another video. So today I'm going to be working in my backyard bay window bed. I am going to be planting a tree today, which I'm so excited about. You guys can probably already guess what it is. It was featured in my previous video, but I really want to start getting my pathway laid out in this bed. I also need to go ahead and get this bed mulched because y'all know the weeds go crazy in this bed. So let me turn the camera around and show you guys what we're going to be doing. Here's what the bay window bed is currently looking like. Very weedy already, and yes, the drip is still exposed. Me and my boyfriend literally just came out last night in the dark with our flashlights and finished connecting all of the connections we need to run the water and drip. So this line just needs to be buried today. I'm also going to work on weeding this area, y'all. The weeds are so bad. I literally come in and hand pull this every season. So I'm thinking I want to come in with my tiller, till up this area, and then we'll get this sheet mulched. But I do have a tree in mind to go in this space as well. I do have a few perennials in here that I'm going to be transplanting out of this bed. They were just temporarily put here in order for me to do my trenching project. So I'm going to transplant those back into my old bed and we'll get to work.
Wake up, baby, all the stars are shining bright. Yeah, we should stay up so that we can look.
All right, so I got all the perennials dug out and transplanted back into their old bed. What I'm going to work on now is tilling just the front area here just to kind of break up those weed roots. I literally hand pull the roots, y'all, and they are so deeply rooted. I'm just going to till the whole area, pack it in, and then we'll work on hand pulling in between the perennials back here. Well, hit another drip line. I don't even know where this drip line goes to. Hold on. Yes, see, this is what I was trying to get to. These deep, deep roots. Break all of those up. Crazy. Okay, y'all, so the tiller is doing a great job pulling up those roots, but I'm thinking I'm going to have to remove my row of Veronica and reconfigure them anyway because that's where I want my tree to go. So I'm going to go ahead and dig those out, run the tiller a second time just because I'm still seeing some deeply rooted roots in there.
Give our hearts a new beginning when we fell in love. Every second, every minute, we were high on life. Didn't waste our time, didn't sleep as much as now. Let's stay up all night.
Okay, so now that I've got all of the plants out of the way, I can bring you in closer to show y'all exactly what it is that I'm having to deal with. So do y'all see how deep this root is going? This is not a plant root. This is part of this weed, and it's so deeply rooted in the ground, and they just run throughout the entire bed. I'm going to try and hand pull and till up as many of the roots that I can. Any remaining weeds that come up over the next couple of weeks, I will be coming back and spraying them just to make sure I kill all of the roots. This is crazy, y'all. And even some of the roots are kind of hard to tell because they look like the Veronica. Very similar. All of this needs to come out. So these back here, I think are not as deeply rooted just because these are the spreaders. But the ones up in the front part of the bed, super deeply rooted. And what they do is they tap in and entangle themselves around the roots of my plants that I want to keep. And this is not part of what I want to keep. There we go. Look at that, y'all. Thick roots.
Bruh.
Okay, y'all, so it's about an hour later. I've got all of the roots tilled up, and I'm hoping that this will help y'all. So I'm going to get this spread out nice and even. We're going to lay down some cardboard, and then we're basically going to sheet mulch over the area. And y'all, when I tell you I'm out here risking my life for these weeds, pollen tried to take me out. Okay, y'all, area is all prepped and ready to go. Let me show you guys the tree that I'm going to be planting in this space. So here she is. Isn't she gorgeous? And look how tall she is, y'all. I'm so excited I found this tree. So I did purchase this from Lowe's. If you guys watched my previous video of my Spring Black Friday shopping trip, y'all already know the deal. And y'all, I am so excited I was able to get my hands on such a good sized tree. Like, look at this color. And I think this area definitely needed some red. So I'm going to go ahead and get it placed, get it in the ground, and I'll give you some specs on the tree. Ooh, y'all, I am loving that pop of color. Oh, and I think the placement is perfect. So I'm so excited. And I actually kind of like where it's placed. I'm going to walk off my spacing just to make sure, but I'm thinking that's the perfect spot for it. So I'm just making sure that I love the angle from all sides. It looks good from over here on the right. Let's see. When I walk into the door, I want to make sure that I'm going to love the view. Okay, so I'm going to my gate entry, and I want to make sure that I love its placement when I first walk in. It's diagonally lined up directly with my Forever Goldie. I'm loving it, y'all. I think that's the perfect spot. Let's get it in the... When I tell y'all, these weeds got me out here risking my life in this pollen. But anywho, I am loving the placement. I'm thinking this is the perfect spot. Let's get it in the ground. And then because this area of my garden is such a wet, damp area, I am going to toss in some soil conditioner just to help with drainage. And I lost my gloves. Okay, now I can get to business. Get this mixed in and put to make a little bit of a swale, not too deep, just because here in North Carolina clay, we do have to plant everything about 2 to 3 inches above grade. Oh, not too bad. Let me lay you down gently. Oh yeah, okay. We need to cut up these roots just a little bit. All right, let's get her stood up and facing the best direction. This is the hardest part for me, is what is the best side of the tree? Step back. I think she needs to be turned just a little bit. So I want these branches to face outward. Let me step back and make sure I like it. I don't know, y'all. What do you think? Honestly, I don't think this tree has a bad side. But I'm going to twist it just a little bit. Let's see. Let me step over this side. I don't know. Do I want the branches cascading back into the bed? Or do I want them hanging outward? Let me twist her one more time. I don't know, y'all. Okay, I'm gonna do one more twist. This is so hard. I'm thinking branches facing the back. Third time's a charm. Yes. Oh, I love that. So, so pretty. Okay. And let me see. The wind is going to come from this direction all the time. Got a good stake. Twist it once more. There we go. Okay, so what I'm trying to determine is her leader. Her leader is center, and then there's 2 branches forking off from each side of the leader. So that's what I'm using as the focal point to decide which way to turn her, but I don't know, you guys. I kind of like the branches facing towards the left. Just because the wind comes from the left side, it always blows from this direction. I think I'm gonna like that a little bit better. To the left, to the left. Looking at how she blows. Whoop! Lord. Oh boy. We need to get you in the ground ASAP. Okay. You all right? Took a hard fall there. Okay, where is the leader? Oh no, she broke 2 branches already, y'all. Oh. Okay. Okay. She's gonna live her best life once we get her in the ground. I think I'm happy with that placement. Okay, yes, I think I like the branches drooping towards the left so that when the wind blows, it'll blow the opposite direction. Let's get her in the ground before she falls over again.
sit and talk, I see your crying eyes turning red through the day. I share my mind with no censorship, hang it all out to dry. The teardrops hanging from your upper lip, clinging on, afraid to fly. And I wait for the night.
Look at how it's so graceful blowing in the wind. Oh, I love it. It looks so good, you guys. So what I'm going to do now is work on placing the Veronica back around the base. We're going to sheet mulch, and then I'm going to get this entire bed hooked up on drip and mulch. Drip has been reconfigured. The last I'm going to work on is switching out the emitter that was already on the line that is sticking up right here. It did have a 1/2 gallon per hour emitter on it. I'm going to up it up to a 2 gallon just to make sure that this tree gets adequate water. I'm also out of the figure 8 enders, so I'm going to do my hack that I did in my last video and just use a zip tie. So I'm going to bend this back and zip tie it off. Just some extra drip tube that I'm not going to need. I don't plan on planting anything currently because I have not figured out my lines for my pathway yet. So I'm just going to cut this off and end it the same way. Really quick, I'm going to show you guys the contraption that we had to come up with in order to get all the lines connected. Like, look at this, y'all. So many pieces. So I'm going to work on getting this line buried, and then we can finally get to mulching. So I've got my last celery oil placed back into the spot. I'm going to backfill, and then we can finally get to mulching this area. Okay, y'all. I couldn't take it anymore. I had to break down and get a mask. This pollen is really trying to take me out, y'all. So I'm gonna wear a mask because y'all don't need to hear me talk while I'm mulching. All right, y'all, bay window bed is all ran with drip, watered in and mulched, and boy, y'all, it looks so pretty. I am loving the pop of color that this Japanese maple adds. This bed was missing some red, so I'm so excited to see everything bloom and fill in. So I'll kind of give you guys a color scheme of what I have going on so you guys can see. I have the green in the back. I have a yellow on this side. This shrub here will bloom blue. And then I'm not sure what color my iris are. I want to say they're like a deep blue purple. And then I'll have the white blooms of my Bobo hydrangea, some more green backdrop in the back. And then later in the season, I'll have my millenniums that bloom purple and then my Veronica that bloom white. So I'm not sure what I want to fill in with this space down here. This area is really tricky to plant. So far, I am loving the color in this bed, y'all. So again, I didn't plant anything down here. I also did not formally edge this bed because most of this right here is actually going to become a pathway. I want my pathway to come in this way, swing around and cut into the bed just a little bit, and it'll cut around to match up with my extension on my patio once that takes place. So I have really been wanting a Bloodgood Japanese maple for a really long time, and I did some research. I read that the Emperor one is a little bit more suited here for our heat here in Zone 8A, North Carolina. So the Emperor one is very similar to the Bloodgood. It is still an Acer palmatum, so it has this gorgeous burgundy leaf to it. Like, look at this. Ignore the pollen, y'all, but it is so gorgeous. And then the undersides, when it blows in the wind, are fire red. It is so pretty. So this one is a little bit more tolerant to our heat. It doesn't scorch as much versus the Bloodgood. Also, the Emperor one leafs out a little bit later in the spring than the Bloodgood, so it doesn't risk frost burn. So I'm really excited to have this one here. So this tree is hardy to zone 5. It can get up to 15 to 20 feet tall and about 10 feet wide. So again, I do plan on keeping this limbed up as well as trimmed. I'm going to continue to let it grow upward, and I'll continue to trim off some limbs as it grows. But y'all, I think this is the perfect ornamental tree for this space. It adds the pop of red that I needed here. Here is the view from when you first walk into the gate. I think it looks stunning. And then here's the view from what will soon to be my patio extension. I am so loving the pop of color. I think it adds so much to this space. And can y'all just imagine, once the evergreens grow in the back, that evergreen wall, it's going to be absolutely gorgeous. Boy, how is that for instant impact? So I definitely wanted to go with a larger tree because Japanese maples are very slow growing. So I definitely think this is a tree that is worth spending a little bit more of your money on. So that is pretty much going to conclude today's planting project. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. I am loving all of the color back here. That is such a gorgeous tree. By the way, I know I'm probably going to get questions in the comments. My mom made this mask for me. She does sew, and that's where I learned most of my creative skills from. So anywho, I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. I hope you found it inspiring. Look at my little elephant back here. By the way, he finally has a name. Thank you to Mama Long. She left me a comment name is now Oliver. So thank you again for suggesting that name. I think it's so cute and fitting. And y'all, I just cannot get over the color back here. And I also went in on my lunch break to look out of my window, and the red is phenomenal, you guys. I am so happy with this tree choice. You guys, leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you think. We are about to get a rainstorm. I finished just in time. Ooh, you see the wind rolling in. So I'm gonna go ahead and thank y'all so much for tuning in, and I will catch you in my next video. Peace.